Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back kicking it stateside. We have our first Premier League Saturday of the year, of a new year, I guess you could say.
Of a new year, mid-year.
I know it's been kind of weird with COVID going on, and we feel like we literally just ended the Premier League season, but we're back already. We had a game already this morning.
What a beautiful game it was.
We were saying before the show that Brian probably is super happy that his Gunners got a nice win.
Absolutely. In blue, as of all colors, too.
I mean,
London is red, but it was blue, sort of, today.
I mean, hell, a win's a win. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We'll get into it.
The Arsenal team is improving. I hate to say it, but
your boy looked nice. Your boy looked real nice there with the 2 assists today. That was,
of course,
yes.
What do you expect? What do you expect, man? But yeah, it's another first Premier League Saturday morning from the lovely A2D remote locations of New Jersey and PA. Of course, a lot to get into. I know we talked a lot about, we were starting to do the world news first to kind of get that out of the way. And then, because that'll usually lead us right up into halftime anyway of this game that's going on right now, which is Palace and Southampton. We already have a goal in that game. We got a Wilfred Zaha sighting.
Yeah, shows up early. Like we said prior to the show, how is he going to... Is it a one game thing?
Yeah, he's just going to disappear early and not often. We've heard this from Zaha.
Yeah.
So we got 1-0 there. I believe we're getting into the later stages of the first half. Also, we are going to get into the games later today. We got Leeds United, first game back in the Prem. And, of course, they get Liverpool. Yay!
Woo! Yeah, Battle of the Champions.
Battle of the Champions. We got the championship side that pretty much had the lead in the championship most of last season from start to finish. We'll see how Marcelo Bielsa's club does against the reigning manager of the year, the reigning Premier League champions.
No big deal.
No biggie.
No big deal.
Your first game in the Prem just happens to be you have to go to Anfield. That's it.
Yeah, in 16 years. So that's crazy.
So probably the biggest game for Leeds in a long time. So good for them.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a whole generation of Leeds fans that are getting to see their first Prem game.
It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So they'll be going nuts in the streets of Leeds, I'm sure, for later at 12:30 today. So...
Yeah. Till about 12:35.
Yeah. So Salah gets his first goal right off the tap.
Yeah.
But no, we'll see. That kind of, I guess, segues, of course, into our poll question. I figured since, Sheffield United was kind of the ones that really surprised us last year in the Prem and how they finished, that top 10 region, can Leeds be that Sheffield United of last season? Obviously, do you think they can finish in the top 10 Leeds? Do they have what it takes?
I think if any of the three do, they do.
Yeah. Definitely.
For now, we'll leave it.
I mean, I know we talked about it a little bit in the preview show last week, and we've been, ever since we knew who the teams were that were promoted, we kind of thought that Leeds had the best roster of the other two promoted teams. You saw Fulham obviously hasn't done too much and looked a little rusty today. But
I'm glad I made that fantasy change and swapped Joe Bryan out before the season started in the transfer market. I don't even know why I drafted him. I was panicking. There was like 6 seconds left, and I saw his name. So
I mean, another great segue. We'll kind of get into that. We had our first ever Premier League Kicking It Stateside fantasy draft on Thursday night. It was awesome.
I thought it went well. Interesting.
I think a lot of people's first time doing the Premier League soccer, let alone a 16-team league,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is
we
going to
went
be
hard.
it's going to be super hard because now you got to have good depth in your squad,
And you can't.
and
There's not a lot of bench room.
no,
There's gonna have
none.
to. You're gonna have to release some guys. I think if they're gonna be hurt for a week or two, and hope that you either get them back or you find somebody else on the transfer market. I've been trying to figure it out. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, it's like I think any fantasy, you got to find that stud guy in the waiver.
Yeah.
Like whoever does well this first weekend, going to be picked up in a matter of seconds, and then that could take you to the title. I mean,
oh yeah, and
you've seen waiver wire guys win you titles many a time.
I already made a mistake because of the way the lineups are formatted, and I should have just released Saka this morning and picked somebody up that's actually going to play.
Yeah,
because especially now the way this Arsenal team looked and the construction of it, he's going to get time, but he's not going to be a key kind of guy right now.
No.
So I need to get a guy that's going to play more and pick some points up. But
absolutely. But yeah,
I do have the beauty of playing Thomas Wilson, the Leeds kid. So that's a good first week.
I mean,
anybody only picked Leeds players.
I talked about all the sleepers last week, which I didn't get any, but we'll get into that in a little bit. What else we got? Obviously, some MLS news. I know we're not going to get into it too much, but they did extend the MLS. They added 3 more games now. So we at least know what's going on for the rest of September. I'm not sure Brian Karras' Red Bull are pretty much done anyway.
Yeah, we got so deep into last week's show that we never even talked about Chris Armis's ass getting fired.
That's true. I know.
After the show was over, I was like, how the hell did I not talk about Chris Armis finally getting fired?
There's way too much going on to even mention that son of a gun.
Yeah. Well, thank God he's gone. I don't think this interim dude's probably much better. They play tomorrow night. I hope they start Tedith because Tom Barlow sucks. I think that's the consensus on the Empire group that I'm in for Facebook. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll kind of get into that. Well, we could probably start off a little bit. It is really bad for you. I feel almost bad because we beat the shit out of you whenever that was. Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you see me trying to do my best to actually promote the Union, being that they're our local fan base and outside of, this past week, but I'm getting to the point where I just might just keep doing it more and more.
You're not switching allegiances and bringing that negativity over on the side.
I'm not switching teams, but
you're not doing it.
I'm not switching. I'm gonna stay my Red Bulls fan, but
good.
If they're both on, I'm probably gonna watch the Union game.
More exciting, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, if I had to choose between watching 2 games, I'm gonna pick them right now. It's a much more. I like watching Aronson and I like watching Blake.
The product on the field is much better than what the Red Bull are throwing out. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Red Bull need to go get a real coach, like a name coach. I mean, they're a big enough club. They may have enough money in that organization of
you got all that Red Bull money, man.
Exactly. They need to go get somebody real deal and get this thing turned around. Maybe go get an actual player or two. That would help.
Mean, you would hope so. My Lord.
Yeah. Maybe sell Aaron Long, do him a favor.
I think they missed the boat on that. They were holding out for that big money.
Dude, they got offered what, $7 million?
Takeover.
I think from Leverkusen or something. Somebody apparently offered a good, and they said no.
Yeah.
How? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Yeah, please don't. I don't even want to talk about it. Honestly, we could talk MLS, but you could just hype your team.
I love to hype the U up. They're actually doing really well.
Yeah, I keep telling all these, this local area, this is probably one of the best teams you have in your whole city. Give them some attention. Your goalkeeper's ridiculous.
A lot of young
your center
kids,
midfielder is a stud. Better get a look on the U.S. team. Is going to be playing in Europe in the next year or two. And apparently, like you've told me, his little brother's coming up through your pipeline to replace him.
Yeah,
who might be
Paxton.
even better.
Yes, go Union, Mike. Exactly.
So, I mean,
Damn right, bro. Damn right.
They're an impressive club right now. I keep watch it. It's going to be them in Columbus, I think, battling it out in the East, without a doubt.
Hashtag play the youngsters, and look what happens. Even Matty Riel got a goddamn goal, his first against the Red Bull. That's
Speaking
a long time coming. That's a long time coming.
Speaking about first goals, what about my boy Gabriel today?
That was sweet.
22-year-old, just signed. Look at that. Talk about needing a defender and a defender to step in and do something. That was nice.
Well, you just don't start Mustafi and good things happen.
Is Mustafi? I mean, if you go on the website, he's still part of, but I don't know how.
Is he actually in the conversation in the future? I don't think.
I don't think he should be in. Yeah, no.
I don't know.
No, he's
long overdue for go back to Germany. Maybe a nice lower team will grab him up.
That would be great. It would...
Please take him off our hands.
We could do a twofer. You can have Ozil too. Just German icons. Take them.
Yeah, there's some guys on that Arsenal roster that probably should just get offloaded, I believe.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's slowly but surely just paying them to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
But yeah. Of course, lots to get into today. Obviously, before we get really rocking and rolling, got to give this shout outs to our sponsors. Ambuck Services, boys, last week was Labor Day. We got fall rolling in already. We got to enjoy these last 10 days or so of summer.
Yeah, what a beautiful fall morning.
Beautiful. Yeah. I know I'm happy with these 70-degree days. If it could be like that all year round with a slight breeze, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah. These are the best, most comfortable.
You're just sitting outside with that cup of coffee on a nice morning like today. There's nothing better than that.
That's exactly what I did.
Actually, there is something better than that. Sitting outside on your brand new restored deck from Ambuck.
Absolutely.
You're looking at your beautiful landscape, and you're just like, damn, I did the right thing by calling the Ambuck Services boys. So obviously, give them a call, 856-879-5530, and visit them at ambuckservices.com. Also, the good doctor, Paul Vidal. We've been piping him up for this whole time. We've almost hit our year anniversary at A2D. We got probably a month or 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, dude, this is so crazy. What a
been a ride. It's
awesome.
And the last at least decent bit. I mean,
yeah, ever since we got back,
follow, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we got back and got rolling again after everything going on, and it's been amazing. It's been a nice little run.
Yeah, and we're just trying to help the squad up. I know I was chiming into the hockey show the other day, giving my my Flyers what I feel about them, and giving my props to Coots for winning the Selke sidebar, but. Yeah, everything's doing good. And now we got Eagles season, so please check out all the shows. They're going to be highly entertaining because, again, we have no idea what American football has to bring. That's why I'm rocking this. But
go Giants.
Again, visit Paul Vidal. He can do your at Specialized Physical Therapy. He does the online consultation. So if you feel still a little at ease going into the actual office, you can do it online.
Yeah, just hop in, do the video chat.
And obviously, you know where to find them at the 3 locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, and
the beautiful Princeton.
Beautiful. Every time.
It is beautiful, especially this time of year, as we're talking about.
But yes, so let's get rocking and rolling. Start a little world news, I guess, that we've had recently. I know some weird little ones. All those people that care about Neymar, he actually switched from Nike to Puma.
Yeah, big change.
So
actually.
He is a man that chases the damn money. Exactly, Puma Rocket.
Yeah,
right
come on. Hook us up, Puma.
Yeah. Let's get that Neymar money, please.
Yeah, we'll take a little chunk of that Neymar money.
Couple mil,
I didn't even think about that when I threw that on today.
You did it.
It was my Arsenal blue. I needed blue today, so
makes sense. But yeah, so all those people that are Neymar stans, he leaves Nike after 15 years and makes a switch to Puma, and this guy just swimming in the cash.
Yeah,
swimming in cash as we speak.
Neymar.
Cash and COVID.
Neymar lives a good life, man.
A little bit.
You're a superstar in Brazil. Your life is good.
Yeah. Bobby says that your mic is it sounds like you're shuffling chips. All our degenerate gamblers are like, oh man, it's giving me the old make me think back to when we actually were when casinos were actually upping doing stuff. Too funny. There's always something, it's the cutting out or your son calling you.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I'm one of the ones, I know a lot of people like this virtual. I miss going to the studio. I enjoy that time, the drive there and gathering my thoughts and not having to worry about technical difficulties on my end.
I know, Greg. I miss casinos too.
Yeah.
They're open. I don't even think they have alcohol though right now, or serve alcohol on the floor. Yeah. So the free stuff, why even go?
Yeah, Yale was hitting me up to see if I wanted to go to dealer school.
Oh God. I mean, you got everything on your phones now.
Yeah. I don't need to go anywhere.
What's up, Greg? Sorry, I didn't say hello to everybody. Tommy,
yeah, I know.
Brian,
we're slacking
thanks
on
for
our
saying what up. Andy, morning from Texas, my friend. Greggy agrees to the poll. Going back, it's going to be tough because Sheffield had one of the most probably incredible seasons.
Yeah, it's not easy to just come into this league and
you saw it this morning with Fulham.
Yeah,
how tough it can be. But I don't know. If Sheffield, I still say if there was no pause for COVID, I think that Sheffield could have finished even higher. We were talking about them finishing in possible Champions League spot if Man City got that stupid ban.
Yeah, it was looking like they were definitely going to be in a Europa League spot. They were on fire. They were doing everything right. I mean, they were finding ways to win 1-0. They were finding ways to draw games on the road that they probably should have had no business even being in. And they were getting points. They were getting results. And then, COVID happened, and they just weren't able to fire it back up, I guess, like some of these bigger clubs that have more depth and have the ability to rotate the squad more. So kind of ran into a bad situation, but they still had a phenomenal year, man.
Oh,
you can't take it away from them.
No way. I mean, I just don't think they got the momentum back from after the restart. They just couldn't get it rocking and rolling again. Plus, without fans, when you have fans in the seats, gets the boys up and playing, I'm sure. So it's a little different. Again, like I said, self-motivating to get up, knowing that the stadium's going to be empty. You got to find different ways to motivate yourself.
Yeah, some guys probably prefer them empty. Some of these guys aren't built for taking some of the criticism, I think, sometimes. Like you see a guy like Xhaka, he's probably loving playing without Arsenal fans in the stadium.
Yeah, there's no one there to boo your ass.
Yeah, I mean, he's been there for almost 5 years now, and no matter how good he does and some of the phenomenal free kicks he's made and plays his ass off, he can just never do good enough in the Arsenal fans' eyes.
Nah.
So,
but once he took the badge off and walked into the locker room, that was kind of like the last straw, I think, for
but you know what?
the Arsenal fans.
I think for the fans, yes, but I think for the team, he did the right thing. And I think ever since then, and some of the changes, that were made, I think some of them have, stepped up and kind of took his back, and it might have galvanized the team a little better.
Yep.
I think some of them are buddies. They seem like they all get along. I mean, he was in the starting 11 today. He looked good. So it's just, yeah, he just couldn't handle that pressure, I guess. But Oba doesn't seem to have any problem with it.
No. Well, he's used to playing in front of 80,000. So,
yeah.
Jock Talk, what's up?
Hey, man. What's up?
Good morning from wherever you are. I saw I'll be awesome. Morning from Dubai.
Yeah, hey, everybody, yeah, when you're checking in, if you want to, and you're not from
shout it out.
The Philly market area, especially, let us know. We'd love to know. We have, in the fantasy league, we have one member who's actually from South Africa. So, yeah, are one of our biggest Twitter followers.
Cali.
So, nice, yeah, make sure you follow us and all A2D on Twitter, of course. So you can find us at StateSide. We haven't plugged our own socials in a while, but obviously we have them. Adam does a good job with the Instagram, so check us out on there. Facebook, we have a Kickin at StateSide page, and then obviously all the A2D.
Absolutely. Anything else I saw? Oh, Messi's getting back in the starting lineup after his whole debacle.
I love the sound of your voice as you portray that. Like,
it's just almost
it was exhausted.
An exhausting topic to talk about, but a lot of people, obviously.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk about Messi.
Want to talk
good
about
or bad.
Messi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess he's getting back in playing in his first game since all this nonsense has happened. So we'll see how that goes. And obviously with no fans, I'm pretty sure still in Spain, might be a little easier. I'm not sure how the reception would be if there was fans in the seats. But I still think that, he's going to be forever a loved person in Barcelona no matter what, just because of what he's already done for the club. But it's got to still be weird. But we still don't know what actually went on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We just know what has been out there.
Right. It's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of,
like getting his dad involved, or the dad just kind of coming out and speaking his mind, I guess. I don't really know. Giving false hope to all these clubs that, PSG and City and all this other shit. But, honestly, the family is more important to him, I guess, than the money.
I guess so, man.
Or he doesn't need any more money, which is probably true as well.
I think it's just the comfort too. He doesn't seem like one that enjoys sometimes taking on the challenge.
Yep.
You see it in the fact of being with the same club his entire career. The best of the best of the best of the best have mostly, a lot of them have switched clubs through their career. No one usually stays at the one club. He's backed out on his Argentina team a few times. Like, if he's not completely comfortable and completely happy, he kind of runs away.
Yeah. I agree. He is a warrior on the field, but again, I think the comfortability is definitely a huge factor, because then it's like you're away from the same, cuisine and food. If you're in Manchester, you got to speak English, at least try to a little bit. Your kids have to learn it. It would just be a culture shock for probably everything. And
yeah.
I get moving your kids around at a young age probably isn't great, but
yeah,
to challenge yourself on a professional stage, I think it was there for the taking. But obviously, he wants to stay.
There's no saying that they would had to have gone. They could have stayed in Spain and while he's playing. It was only going to be a year or two.
Yeah,
and he's got enough money to get back and forth pretty conveniently when he would need to. It's not like you're spending that ton of time. I mean, I guess, yeah, if he's playing at home, he's literally living home and then going right to training from there. But
yeah, and I think the MLS thing too, probably everyone hoped that, the city thing would happen. So he finished his somewhat career out at NYCFC.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was actually the deal breaker. Maybe that wasn't even necessarily it was the whole 5-year. Because that's what all the talk, it was going to be like a 5-year deal, 3 at one and 2 at the other or something like that. But
yeah.
I
mean, again, I kind of like what Jeff just said. I don't know why he would want to play for the MLS.
Yeah, I mean,
you see what you saw what Zlatan did. Pretty much tore it up.
Yeah.
It was like child's play to him.
It was, but at the end of the day, his team still didn't win.
Right. And we talked about that, 2 weeks ago when we had a, good hour talk about Messi, that one guy in the MLS typically doesn't equate to championships.
No. But 3 might, and Miami just picked up their third little piece that I think they got their defender, they got their midfielder, and now they got their striker. So
Higuain going to Inter Miami as kind of like a little worldly news.
Yeah.
Nice pickup for them. I don't know if that – I don't know.
Dude,
Tweedy's okay. I think his career's kind of on the downswing.
They're only going to ask him to be a holding midfielder. So, he's immediately the number 1 holding midfielder in the MLS.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you have to say that.
It's tough to argue that. Pedigree as well.
Yeah. So they get that. They get Gonzalo Perez that finally, he wasn't able to play in the MLS's back tournament. He was with Atlanta for a long time, and then he went to my squad, Club Tijuana, and then came over to Miami, and he's a solid defender who knows the league really well. So that helps. Pizarro's legit.
Yeah, Rodolfo.
Yeah, and that now he doesn't have to worry about being as kind of center midfielder / striker, and they're not going to put all the goal scoring pressure on him. It's going to go on Higuain's back, which that's what he's built for, and he could be more of a serviceman and center attacking midfielder, whether it's box to box or whatever. So I think that team's going to be super dangerous coming up too.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting the pieces slowly there. They definitely needed some help. And you knew it was a matter of time that before Beckham actually recruited some of these guys to play on their team.
Yeah, it didn't take too long. I mean,
no, and you're just going to see more and more, I think, as much as, they can allow and whatever, however they can loophole these DPs, into playing in the MLS. I never know how that actually works. It's funny how the bigger clubs always have some more talent and more DPs than some of the rest of us, but
somehow they, I don't know, acquire them via trade. Or I know that was the deal with Red Bull with trading when they traded Moyle to Nashville.
Cool.
They picked up, Nashville's couple DPs for a couple years. So
what's up, Joey?
I don't know, like anybody says in any MLS group, even trying to figure out the MLS structure and salary cap and DPs and all that, you would blow your brains out. I don't know.
It's so confusing.
I don't think they know. That's the thing. And I think it gets lost, and they're like, oh my God, this team has 6 DPs. Now you got to cut one, or you got to do this, it's, I don't know. It's strange.
I don't know.
That happened with the Galaxy a couple years ago with the 2 brothers.
Dos Santoses?
Dos Santoses, yeah. And then with Zlatan and then Pavone, it was like, hold on, you only have 3 slots, and there's 4 right here.
I don't know. Money talks.
Of course,
everywhere.
We've seen that everywhere. So
nothing new.
No.
Yeah, I mean, again, obviously the Red Bull fired their coach. We didn't really mention that last week or last week. I don't know.
Thank God.
A long time coming.
Oh, yeah.
We thought he was fired.
Overdue.
We thought he was fired after the Union playoff game, and then apparently he wasn't, and then it was just he said, she said,
farce.
like, all right, what's going on? What's the real story? But obviously, when you don't win like 1 in your 7 games, it's tough to stay on as manager because usually soccer coaches it's a rotating door if you're not very good.
Yeah. And
quick trigger.
Especially even though they haven't been playing like it. I mean, they are technically a big club in the MLS, obviously, with the Red Bull backing and everything that the Red Bull brand is trying to do in this game with Leipzig and Salzburg. And
right.
So, I mean, at some point, something's got to give. And they got to figure something out. It can't just be development. They got to be competitive.
Again, this league doesn't win on the youth, at least not right now.
Yeah.
You got to have something else. And I don't think the Red Bull trickle-down money was not getting to New York. It was staying in Leipzig because now they're competitive. And Salzburg, you have a good manager with Jesse.
Yeah, and they're super competitive in their league.
So, and you're just getting all that money from selling off, Minamino and Holland helps get some of that back. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shame. I'm happy on the inside that the Red Bull are just crumbling in front of our eyes as they're just. I love it, and I love beating them like 4-0. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough to see.
Yeah.
You don't have a guy that's like, oh my God, he's really scary. Like Danny Royer can't do it by himself.
No. He's a serviceman, and yeah, he scores about 8-9 goals a year, but he gets them based off of having a good striker in there and having to concern yourself with him. They had him in at striker. He's not a striker. Then this last game, he gets back on the wing, but it's like there's no one to deliver the ball to. Tom Barlow's horrible. And, they can just, as soon as they see him coming up too, they can almost pull off and double down on him and not allow him to get a shot off because there's no one else to finish. So he needs help. And
yeah, he missed at least 2 sitters the other night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Red Bull does not give you wings.
No, not right now.
No, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, losing Kamar was huge too. It's just all the way. These 2 goalkeepers, both of them stink. Mira and Jansen. I've tried to get behind either one of them, but
when you don't replace your best players, you're not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, you just had mainstays at every position leave in 1 year.
Yep.
I mean, it's really hard.
Kyle Duncan is not the answer. Sorry.
No, I mean, he's had a great start to his career, though. He's got more goals than our entire striker team combined. So that tells you what kind of season we're having.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah. So.
What's up, Chrome? Green to the poll. Everybody's on the Leeds train, man. Telling you.
Everybody's jumping on the Leeds train?
Who's a better coach, Chris Wilder or Bielsa? Ooh. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we shall find out.
Today's a tough one. I mean, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because you are playing Liverpool if you're Leeds, but
all you want to see,
keep it within like 3 goals.
Right.
Don't get blown your doors off where now you're in a bad spot. You don't want that Norwich situation where you get killed early and then you got to make up all those goals as the season progresses here.
Yeah, I would even say, keep it within 2 if you can. I know it's a tougher test than people, I think, really understand against how good this Liverpool team could be. And I know Klopp has been on record saying before this season that they're not defending the flag, they're chasing the flag. Like he's not sitting back now on his laurels and saying, all right, well, we just won the Prem, so now we got to do. He's like, we're going for it again. Like they didn't make a lot of changes. You don't need to make a lot of changes when you have that team. Like I wouldn't be concerned with that. You had Joe Gomez, who honestly didn't even play that much last year, who's now coming into a starting role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you didn't really lose much. That kid from Greece, too, the Tsimikas, he's another good young center back that they added. Minamino's going to get some time. This kid Brewster's probably going to get some time, although I don't think I'll be able to hold him on my fantasy roster because I don't think he's going to get that kind of time, but it was a just last pick of the draft kind of thing, so we'll see.
Why not?
But, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, as a whole, that team's going to be tough. And for a new team like Leeds, as good as they were in their league last year, and I think they've improved. I will probably see Rodrigo start today at striker. You keep that close and you'll be all right. Like you said, you don't want to get your doors blown off because starting a season 4-0 or 5-0 in a goal differential is a real kick in the teeth. So,
yeah, especially if you're a newly promoted team that,
bad enough for
might
Fulham,
be at a premium.
3-0. Yeah, I mean, that's not a good start for Fulham to get going down 3-0 in a game like they played. So,
world of hurt for them.
Although every analyst that I heard this morning that had played with Scotty Parker just gives him rave reviews and said he was probably the most competitive player they've ever played with, even in training. So I heard that twice this morning from two different guys. So, I mean, he's going to try and get them guys up and running. They weren't able to start Mitrovic because he played 2 games for Serbia in the Nations League. So they can't afford him getting hurt early in the season.
That would be their
season. Keep him fresh. I mean, that's their guy. What he scored 26 last year, something like that. So
in the 20s, but he was basically one of the reasons why they're.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as an Arsenal fan, I'm happy to see a team like Fulham week 1 because they're not completely sure who they are yet, and it's good for Arsenal coming off those big wins that they had to play a team like that, gain some confidence. Because you see this Fulham team 15 weeks from now, and they might have figured a few things out. They might have added somebody. So, I mean, there's still a little time in that window, too. So, definitely beneficial to get them now.
I mean, I don't know if it's just lack of fitness or maybe overconfidence or just, I don't really know. Like
nerves.
They literally,
there was a lot of nerves.
Absolutely. First one back for some of the teams.
Yeah,
or
home,
some of the guys.
I mean, there's no fans. I get it. It's not quite the same, but you're still the home team. I mean, you're up with the big boys now. Like you said, some of them have been there.
We don't really know. Again, new season, couple new signings, still trying to gel. They spent basically their whole load trying to get up to the Prem last year. They, maybe they're just, I don't know, mentally drained still from. I mean, the season literally just ended, a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
and maybe they just. I mean, not starting Mitro is big, and that Cordova Reed kid's pretty good. I don't know if he came on as a sub at all today, but he's a pretty good signing. He was on loan, from last year, but I think they signed him permanently. So, and Anthony Robinson, the U.S. international, I know he didn't get the start. Obviously, I know Timmy Ream and did Joe Bryan play left back?
No, you know it.
So hopefully they'll rotate Anthony in there so he can get some Premier League experience. That'll be good for our national team.
Joe Bryan played left back, and Willian gets 2 assists in his Arsenal debut.
It's crazy. Willie.
Way to take advantage of Joe Bryan. One of Adam's least favorite players.
Joe Bryan, baby. Come on,
man. Just in game news update, there was initially it was a red to Kyle Walker-Peters, the newcomer from Tottenham over to Southampton. But as Eric just said, VAR finally did his job, and he didn't say it on here. He actually said it in my messenger. So if anybody's like, where did Eric say it?
I was going to say, did I?
Yeah, no.
I missed it.
He did his job, and
he rescinded
VAR
the
did
red.
their job, and they rescinded it, and it's a yellow. So
Kyle Walker-Peters. You don't want to get sent off your first game on a new club.
Yeah, it's not a good. After just talking about Willian getting 2 goals for his new club, where a guy's about to get a red card,
especially for a young kid too. That'd be tough.
Yeah. Ralphie would not be too happy. No Danny Ings sighting as of now, but
they linked up him and Shea Adams earlier.
You know it's coming. Almost. Beautiful save, actually. Beautiful save.
Vincent Guietta.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Joey said, did you fill all your spots in our fantasy thing?
Yes. Unfortunately, we filled all the spots. We could have actually ended up with more, but you can't have more than 16. And of course, some people, I'm not going to name any names. They know who they are. We're a little late getting to the party. Unfortunately, Lord Walker, our boy, missed out this year. He wanted in. I responded on Twitter. Somehow we missed each other. But the good news is I have ideas.
I mean, if we get enough interest next year, we can do 2 different ones.
And that's the idea, doing a 2 tiers. So I would like to take them down to 12-man leagues, have 2 different ones. Whoever finishes in our bottom 4 this year goes down to be the first 4 of that league.
Right.
And then 8 more additional players. And then after that, maybe like the top 3 and bottom 3 year after year go up and down from each league. I mean, it's not going to make any difference. You're just playing with different guys, and it kind of switches it up. It could be fun. So if we get enough, which it keeps sounding like more and more people actually wanted to maybe get in that couldn't, then we'll work that out for next year. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we love the interest, and we appreciate everybody that got into the league. We got 16 in this year, which is a lot.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging, I think. Not just, I mean, for me, I suck at fantasy, so this is definitely going to be interesting.
Well, like I told some of the guys,
how this shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys were like, I've never done a soccer league before. I said, to be honest with you, a lot of us haven't. Or if we have, we've done like more the daily ones where you're picking with a certain amount of dollars and everybody can have the same players.
Yeah, like same day fantasy, basically.
Yeah, but to have like a team that's going to be this deep because we have 16 people. Like I said, I had Saka in my starting lineup this week, but it was because I wasn't ready to cut him yet. And you have to start your certain amount of midfielders and all that. So it is what it is. Maybe my boy Che Adams can get a goal here and give me some points. I went with an interesting striker pair of Callum Wilson going to Newcastle and Che Adams.
I mean, if they can reach their potential, it's dangerous. But
yeah, I figure I wanted to build like a midfield and some defense. But if I don't get goals from my strikers, I'm screwed.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting to see how it shakes out. Again, week 1, we have no idea what's going to happen, like who's going to be good.
Yeah.
And also, there's 2 games that were postponed because of the extra Champions League.
Pussies.
Yeah. City and United are, felt that they needed a little extra week time. You got to coddle them up and say, I'm sorry. You can.
All right.
Everyone else has to play, but you guys, you know what? You take your time. You're on holiday. I know some of you are in jail as well in a Greek cell. You need time getting back from Mykonos.
Shots fired
over the bow. But yeah, there are City and Man United are not playing this week, so that was another challenge.
Yeah.
In the fantasy draft, because you're like, I want to draft these City players and United players, But obviously, week 1 you may lose because you might not have
right,
a
and
full
plus the
team
two
to
teams that
field.
they were scheduled to play.
Right, Burnley and I forget the other one.
Maybe no, it's not Sheffield. I had it.
It's Burnley and
Hold on.
I can't.
Let me
remember.
look at the schedule. I can tell you. You got Sheffield,
Villa.
Villa, Burnley, and Villa. So two teams where you probably don't have many other guys from.
Hey, Chris Wood, I got him again this year.
I know you did. I know you did.
I don't know why.
He'll get a goal or two.
Yeah, when I drop his ass.
Yeah, after you drop him, I'll pick him up. I'll drop Brewster for Chris Wood.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, my sleepers. I was about to pick. Probably this happened 4 times. I had guys. I'm like, I'm picking this guy or this guy. I got them lined up, maybe 5 picks ahead of time, and then literally a pick or 2 before they're gone.
Gone.
I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, ooh, I got Luca Digne. I'm gonna get him. You know, I need a left back, and then of course he's off the board.
Yeah, I slept on Tierney a little too long. I punked out and didn't take Gabriel, who scores today in his Arsenal debut. Because
I think my brother took him. He's looking like a genius.
Absolute genius right now. I mean, as a fan, I was hoping for that kind of result, but as a fan as well, I try to stay away from my own team because when they don't succeed, it's like a double kick in the you know absolutely. What? So yeah, so I mean, Oba's safe. That's why I didn't want the number 1 pick. Damn auto select or whatever the hell. Course.
His own league, he gets the number 1 pick.
Yeah, of course. I hate that too because then everybody's like, "Yeah, sure, it was random." Like, I trust me. 1 was not what I wanted because it forced me to take Oba, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted like 3 or 4. I should have. I almost took De Bruyne.
I would have went Kate. I would have went with him.
I know, but since there wasn't actually money involved and it's our first year doing a league, I had to take my guys.
Whatever.
He's getting his contract this week, hopefully. It sounds like it's a done deal.
He's not going to lack for goals either, so it's like a win-win, really.
Yeah, he just doesn't get the assists that De Bruyne gets. I mean, De Bruyne is not going to probably have half the goals Oba has, but he'll have 3 times the assists. So
right.
But we'll see. It's like we said, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great time. And again, we have no idea what's to come because somebody could get hurt. Somebody could be another sleeper pick that somehow scores a bunch of goals. You could see a guy from last year actually step up.
Yeah.
Talking to you, Sebastian Haller and Joel.
Man, you took some
not mention any names.
Some flyers with guys with a lot of potential though. I mean, we've seen what Haller can do.
Yep.
Joe Linton we still haven't. I mean,
the verdict's still out for both.
Yeah, but that team has gotten better.
Right.
That team is definitely
Joe Linton might find his ass on the bench if Callum Wilson almost.
Or are they going to run them both? Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe they need that 2 up top because now Almiron seems to have actually worked out on the one wing, and now you got Fraser coming up on the other.
Or Maxime.
Yeah. Oh, and you still got Maxime. So maybe Almiron converts kind of back more to the middle where he was.
It could be a fun team, and it could be a really boring team. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it could be very interesting. I don't know still what they're working with defensively too well, you know.
If we can see the Ryan Fraser and Callum Wilson from 2 years ago, that'd be great.
Hey,
nuts, but not last year's both.
Well, I can tell you, I watched a thing and read an interview with Ryan Fraser, and basically he came out and said, like, he let, after that really good year with Bournemouth, obviously anytime you have a good season, these guys get talked about immediately. You see it with Grealish, you see it with all these guys that, you know, everybody wants to pluck them. That's in, and a lot of that could be media, a lot of it could be truth. Right. But he said he let that get to his head. Having links to teams like Arsenal and things like that, he got cocky. And then he got injured, and he didn't put the work in. And he recognized that and how poorly his play last year probably affected Bournemouth going down. and that he wasn't going to let that define his career, basically, and that he's going to put the work in and try and, bounce back. So that could be a positive for a team like Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, it could be all talk, but we'll see when time comes and they get on the pitch.
He's got a lot of making up to do.
Oh, and
not just me, to everybody.
To all the Bournemouth fans.
All the Bournemouth fans, he deserves that's an apology to them. I'm sorry. Sorry. The
he was a big part why they sucked last year.
Success got to me, and I'm small-minded. And I had almost 20 assists the year before, and I got cocky, and I wanted out of Bournemouth. So I decided I will shut it right down. That's what all that sounds like.
A little bit.
He needs to prove himself this year. That is going to be his reputation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. If he doesn't come into Newcastle and work hard and actually to do something with himself, yeah, his career would be in a bit of trouble, I guess.
Oh, good, Ryan. Come on now.
Yeah. Get it together.
What's up, Pete? Thanks for checking in. A little fantasy soccer. We had our draft on Thursday. We're just going over some of the highlights. I know people don't really like to talk or listen about other people's. People love to show you their fantasy team.
Yeah.
Like in football. But when you see someone else, when everyone's like, yo, man, look at my team, you're just like, cool.
Yeah. especially like hardcore preseason, because
like if you just draft, okay, fine. But during the season, like you're on like week 7, you're like, yo, my team's like fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Like nobody likes to talk about fantasy soccer or listen to fantasy sports unless it's your team that we're talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
But I just felt like we need to set
because it's our inaugural season, and some of the guys listening have teams in our league, so
and it's our goddamn show. We could talk about whatever we want.
Exactly. How many times do we have to say that? It's our show, and we will. Yeah.
I'm sorry if those people that wanted to get in didn't.
Yeah.
We did say first serve, but we will try and first year we'll adapt. We're adapters.
I gave everybody ample opportunities. I posted numerous times on numerous platforms.
Was a good week to get in.
Yeah, like ton of time. So to the few people who finished their signups 8 minutes before the draft, and I had to push the draft back 15 minutes to start it. Thank you. We appreciate you.
There's always going to be somebody that's going to wait till the last minute.
And the same. And the one who it was is one of my really good friends. And I didn't not expect it. Every day during the week, I text him like, just let me know when your team's all set up so I can get everything going. I wanted to send out a nice little welcome to the league email to everybody, which I'll probably do after week 1 now. Because I just didn't have the time thought we were going to have to cut it down to 14, but we got our 16. So
we're good to go. Should be fun.
We are, man.
But yeah, there is another game today though at 3:00. Speaking of Newcastle,
yeah,
they do play West Ham later today at 3. So kind of a new. Like we just really hit on, I think, pretty much all the Newcastle, what we expect from them. West Ham trying to improve, I guess, a little bit from barely escaping relegation last year.
Yeah, I didn't see much as far as change for them. I mean, they did start playing better. Was that a backs against the wall kind of thing? Like, if we don't do this, we're going down.
And Mikel Antonio had a hell of a restart.
Right. Is that going to be there, though, to fire off this new season? And what's up with that game? Because that game was originally scheduled for 10, and then they did move it to 3. And it's on this Peacock Premium.
Dude, I was going to say something about that. They are pushing this Peacock big time.
I'm assuming NBC, that's their logo. They own this Peacock
They do.
So this is their movie
They
streaming
basically
site?
want you. They basically want you to sign up for this.
Of course they do.
Like it's $5 a month after a 7-day trial, which isn't that bad, honestly. But they're showing more games on this Peacock than they're not showing all the games on NBC anymore. Like they're showing this game today on Peacock. Then you have tomorrow's game in the morning is on NBC, but that Spurs game and Everton's on fucking Peacock.
The 11:30.
Yeah, and then Monday, same thing. The Chelsea Brighton match is on fucking Peacock. So you basically have to buy Peacock.
They're
making you buy Peacock.
I was
saying.
just
They're pushing it on you. It's basically like if you love this league, you're gonna buy it.
I was just saying that. Hopefully, I didn't have to buy anything. I was looking into the NBC Sports Gold, but it looked like I was going to be clear from having to sign up for anything.
I think they went away from the Gold, and now this Peacock is just
this Peacock's taking over,
and they're like pushing it on you.
Yeah,
and of course, and Jeff did say that they gave you a brief little preview of Peacock, but I had no idea that they were going to run
I checked out the preview. It was on my PlayStation. You could download. But you got to get the premium now. Now you got to pay for the premium.
You're forcing my hand to get that $4.99 a month now. Damn it.
Yeah, and I got to watch there's going to be these are good games. It's not like they're playing
this weekend is like the best games are on Peacock.
Yeah, well, of course they are.
Right? So now you basically have to buy it.
They were like, well, we're not going to get the fans in the stadium money, so we're going to come up with a new way to get some money.
Oh, man. Just more money. Here I go.
Yeah. As if they, them taking that hit really doing big-time damage.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Just like they're hurting in the pockets.
I know.
NBC is.
Yeah. It's a struggle.
Man.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, I just thought that was weird. I'm like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. I don't know, but I guess after we're off the air today, I'm going to sign up for Peacock.
I almost have to.
They got me. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have to.
Everybody is going to buy it. If you want to watch your favorite team, you're going to buy it.
Yeah. What's $5? Trip to Starbucks?
$5 a month.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. West Ham, we'll see. Again, it's that week one. You just don't really know what to expect. It's kind of that first game. Is the nerves there? Is there new players? Newcastle have made a lot of new signings.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch that. I want to see who gets into the 11.
Who the hell else did Newcastle get? A defender, right? Jeff Hendricks.
Yeah, Jeff Hendricks.
Jeffy, my boy.
A good center midfielder. He's not super flashy or anything like that, but he's going to give you a solid 70 to 90 minutes every time he goes out there. Fraser can bounce back. Callum can find his love for the goal again.
Hopefully.
They could be a decent team. I mean, Almiron finally seemed to figure it out.
It's a lot of ifs.
Oh, there's a ton of ifs there. A ton of ifs.
Because Steve Bruce, that hot seat, the way they ended the restart, they were terrible.
Yeah, and honestly, when you make additions like this, the seat only gets hotter.
Yeah, a lot of expectations.
Now you got to go do something.
Well, first it was like, oh, we're gonna be the new PSG with these Saudi owners, and then the Premier League was like, no.
Yeah.
No more Saudi owners in this league.
Yeah.
There's only one.
I mean,
Man City, and they're going to be our golden children.
Yeah. I kind of don't blame them, but you can't. It's kind of screwed up at the same time, too. I get where they're trying to prevent, but, I mean, you can't let one and not let the other. This suit, the most richest dude in Africa, the Nigerian dude, keeps coming out and saying he's definitely buying Arsenal.
Too
in
many
like a year
too many
or two.
rich guys in the league. They only want one. All right, two.
Yeah.
Chelsea Roman is different.
Well, yeah,
He's a Russian oil
they
owner.
got to be from different areas.
Yeah. There's only one Saudi oil owner, one Russian owner.
Well, I'll take the Nigerian one and let him, buy Crunky's ass out and let this thing just keep rolling in the right direction.
He got one competent American owner in the Henrys.
Yeah, one.
And he got LeBron.
Yeah.
With his 10% stake or whatever.
Yeah. Is it even 10?
I think it's probably like 5.
Yeah. That's what I know. That's Durant's in the Union is 5 with the potential for 5 more. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Griezmann's going to be on the Union in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have a kit unveiling for Griezmann. He's now the number 7 at Barcelona.
Nice.
And Kevin Durant unveiled it for him.
That's awesome.
So just start the rumors now.
Yeah, just get the rumor mill going.
3 years from now, Griezmann will be the starting center forward or striker for the Philadelphia Union.
That would actually be really awesome.
I would buy every jersey, children's jersey, pants, hats.
Are you listening, Union?
The French flag I would wear on my shoulders walking in the stadium the first game.
You bring in a guy like this, and guess what you're going to make? Money. You're all concerned about the money that you got to spend it to make it sometimes.
Not that we need asses in seats, but that will definitely help.
Yeah, and it'll put a lot of kits on a lot of backs, I think.
So. We need Philly to start talking more about the soccer.
Yeah.
And recognizing that we actually have a good structure in place.
And good player, like fun, exciting players to watch.
Lord Walker, hello. Nice to see you, my friend.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm sorry we didn't get you in. But
they make you pay for NBC Gold.
Yeah.
And you can watch for free on Telemundo. What?
Yes, if you don't mind watching a game in
Espanol,
then
I guess. I don't know. It's the money grab that they really don't need to do. Like, I know this Peacock bullshit. They have a 24/7 Premier League station that just runs, and it's Premier League all the time. It's just cool.
Yeah.
And I think Men in Blazers are specifically on Peacock as well. So if you watch that show, you have to get Peacock as well.
Yeah.
So they're definitely enticing you and putting the best games and the teams that people probably want to watch on Peacock this weekend. They're just asking you to fork over that $5.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I wasn't aware of that channel. I mean, it sounds like it might be worth $5.
I suppose. Come on, we're supposed to be stands against Peacock.
I know. I guess I'll
Our hope down with Peacock.
I mean, hey, unfortunately, sometimes in life, you just gotta, if you want what you want, you gotta concede. And
I know money talks.
Again, I got no problem watching a game on Telemundo either. So if they're gonna be on Telemundo for free, then maybe I won't. But if they're strictly gonna be on there, then
I've done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not the worst thing. 2% of Liverpool, even less. LeBron.
2%.
Cool. Big stake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
how much of the championship money does he get? Like 200,000.
That team's got to be in the billions. That's $1 billion franchise.
And winning it all definitely helps.
Oh yeah.
What else? Oh, it's tomorrow's games.
Mm-hmm.
We got the early game at 9 tomorrow on NBC. West Brom, first game back in the Prem in a few years against the Foxes.
Yes,
in Leicester.
That should be an interesting game.
Do we see the Leicester prior to February last year, or do we see the February restart Leicester, which struggled pretty mightily.
I was going to say, if we see the restart, Leicester, West Brom might have a chance to at least grab 1 point at home in their first game back.
At the Hawthorns. Good to see that back.
Yeah. It's another good facility to see back in the league.
And speaking of that, I did ask about Callum Robinson. He did stay on West Brom.
Yeah, I noticed that during the draft. I actually almost drafted him instead of Brewster as my third striker. But
not a bad option.
Only on your the strength of you alone.
Oh my
Your love
God.
of Callum Robinson.
I do like him.
No, he's a good player. He's a very good player. So yeah, that should be an interesting game. I would like to see Leicester, kind of bounce back and get back to that form, because ultimately, any of us, we want to see our team win. But like you and I doing this, yes, I'm an Arsenal fan, but there's got to be some level of neutral as well. And as a generalized neutral too, you just want to see a competitive league. You want to see good games. You want to see it. So I don't want to see a Liverpool run away with it every year. Last year was awesome. Congratulations to them. But I want that thing. I want to see some battles. I want to see Chelsea have a good season. I want to see Arsenal actually get back into some type of championship form. Even United, and I hate to say City, but it's good for the league to have that diversity in that competition.
At least some parity would be nice.
Yeah. So hopefully they can get it back to where they were prior.
It's I don't know. I mean, Leicester just has to replace Chilwell. Obviously, is a big loss for them.
Yeah.
Pereira's still hurt. I drafted him just hoping that he can actually come back. I think he's out for the first month here. Still battling rehabbing that injury that he's had last year. Obviously, they still have James Maddison, I think, is still banged up as well. He took a knock, so I'm not sure he's going to play tomorrow. So
you'll probably see Tillmans, I would say.
Tillmans probably. I mean,
Diddy, hopefully.
It depends on Harvey Barnes. Can they throw him in there?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a good team. Soyuncu, I drafted his ass, hoping he can get back to his ways. But they have the roster, and we saw Brendan Rodgers is a good coach. So, I mean, would it be a disappointment if they drew West Brom? Probably. Or lost, I would say. Definitely on paper, it would be a little bit of a failure, but who knows? Again, that first game, we're not really sure what you're going to see, especially from a newly promoted side. Are they going to little nerves out there? I mean, Slaven Bilic has had Premier League experience coaching, so he kind of knows the league a little bit. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're not super far removed from being in the league. Not like the layoff that Leeds had. So.
Right.
And Lord Walker, I didn't mean it as a single billion. Yes, they are $2.2 billion. I know. He's got to plug his Liverpool squad. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
They are one of the best teams in the world right now.
They do have the trophy currently, so.
Yes. Well, they got the Prem trophy. They don't have the Europe trophy anymore. that goes to Bayern. And man, doesn't Leroy Sané look really good? I was watching some video of him training with Bayern. He looks like he belongs there. He looks good in that Bayern red. Looks nice. We'll see now. What's that? A week away, right? We're a week away from Bundesliga.
Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah, they open it up. Bayern opens it up. So
I'm zero excited. Really.
Why?
To be honest,
Gio Reyna came out and said he's at Dortmund to win titles.
That's great aspirations, but
yeah,
it's really hard when you have the same Bayern team that was a juggernaut, just adding another was world class before the injury he had.
Oh, maybe you win the Polka or something. You might win the Polka.
That did start today.
Pokal.
The first leg.
Yeah.
I don't really know what this guy. I know Dortmund plays Monday against Duisburg.
Oh, they should handle that
Zebras.
One. Yes.
But we'll see. I don't know. I'm I'm trying to get excited for it because Haaland makes me excited.
Yeah, you should be. He's
all around.
He's one of the best players in the world, and he's gonna bring you a lot of money. Jaden's still there, so
that's another situation that is like a fucking headache.
Yeah.
Like it's a he said, she said between the English papers and the German papers, and it gets lost in translation a lot of times.
Yeah. I liked saying it was like the one thing where it was Byron coming in and being like, "We need all your best players," and Dortmund's like, "Yes, Daddy." And then Man U comes in and they're like, "We want Jadon Sancho," and they're like, $100 million, and you keep raising the price tag on them.
They can't get the good players, man.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to United. They lost out on Sancho, Haaland, and Jude Bellingham.
That's a great thing for you and I and anybody who's not a United fan.
True. Not that they need help, but
no, that's why I got them sitting at 5. I'm looking at this table again. I flip-flopped so many this week. I told you, as these transfers keep coming in, the table's got to obviously change a little bit, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to crown Chelsea. I think, Liverpool, it's going to be hard to say they're not going to win again this year.
I'm still not convinced, but we'll get into that once we go to Monday and I can let out my frustration.
Yeah, well, like it's crazy though. Like we always talk about it, you never know. So everybody brings guys in and you don't know how it's going to work. You don't know, and it could work one game and then it couldn't work for a while. You just hope that everybody, like for me as an Arsenal fan, today was the perfect recipe.
Right.
You bring in 2 guys and both have major contributions. Willian wins man of the match with 2 assists.
And that's what you want.
And your young center back comes in and not only scores the goal, but he led the game in touches. I think he led the game in he had the number 1 defensive rating in the game and gets the goal. That's all you could hope for. And everybody kind of looked coherent. Everybody was kind of gelling. So, and there's a few more guys that are coming because there was a few injuries. So that's a great start. Hopefully it stays that way. And, but
we can only hope.
I think they got the right man for the job at least.
Oh, I agree.
There's going to be growing pains, but
he's done wonders for that club.
Yeah.
Way better than the vampire they had.
Oh, yeah. And he's come out. As of yesterday, he was out in his press conference and said they're not done. Like he still sees some inconsistent and some holes, and that he's still trying to, make some things work. I can say I've been calling for him for a while, and they brought him back off loan, and El Nehi looked like an absolute
different.
Like that loan to Besiktas really did him good. Like,
yeah, he looked pretty solid. I got to say, he looked confident playing much more than he did the year prior.
Yeah, and so if you can save a few bucks there and not have to go out and spend it on another central defending midfielder, and
Julian
you got one.
Draxler.
Oh, please, no.
He stinks.
No, if you're gonna go get Thomas Partey and you can have both of them in some type of rotation with Xhaka too, and absolutely, I'm all for it. But don't go get me. At this point, Bellerin, like you said, it's 10 years with the club. I'd rather keep Bellerin than go look for something else.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It looks okay.
Yeah, we've seen German midfielders come to Arsenal and kind of
don't fall for that Julian Draxler hype. Yeah. That's gone. So tomorrow we got probably one of the best games of the or most intriguing games of the weekend. We got Spurs and Everton.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
I would say both teams made some pretty good moves this transfer window. Everton bringing in the old James Rodriguez.
Dude, what a week for Everton. Not only did they bring in James, but they bring in a Decore too.
And Decore.
Yeah, like
3 of them.
Yeah, 3 midfielders.
That's solid, man.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely an upgrade from the Gylfi Sigurdssons, and I guess Tommy Davies is not going to be playing.
He's going to lose some time. He's definitely going to lose some time.
I mean, maybe he'll play tomorrow because I doubt James is fit to play, but
yeah, I don't know. Or just, Corey, maybe.
Yeah, because he's been training, but again, he just got brought in. I don't know. I think it's an Everton team that you could just say the same shit like last year.
Right.
On paper, and with these signings even, you should put together a pretty solid starting 11.
The only difference is the man putting the starting 11 together to start this year compared to the man putting the starting 11
is a
together
confident
last
person.
year. Yeah. As much as I I always go back. I wasn't a huge fan when it first happened. I was a huge fan of the coach getting fired, but I wasn't a huge fan of who they brought in. But he seemed to, he got them turned around.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's Ancelotti at least makes adjustments.
Yeah.
I mean, he somehow got Calvert-Lewin to score goals, and Richarlison. I mean, again, I would need to see a little bit more from him this year.
Yeah, he was very underwhelming last year, even with the addition of Ancelotti. So
his first year at Everton, he just kind of came on the scene and shocked everybody. And
I thought he was going to score 20 goals last year.
Yeah,
based off of what he did his first year there.
And again, whether I don't know, maybe people had the book on him in the second year. Maybe he did a Ryan Fraser situation where you come in, you think you're hot shit. You don't have to put in the same work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or playing out of position half the time under the numbskull.
Which that could be a big part of the
big one too.
Yeah.
Again, you need him to step up a little bit. Calvert-Lewin played well. Even if you get Bernard to come off the bench and actually contribute a little bit. They have a pretty solid defense.
Yeah, they still have Iwobi. I think Iwobi's got something to give you, too.
Iwobi's
a good player.
There.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, Theo's still there.
Theo's still there. He's on my fantasy team. I'm going to need him to score some goals.
He will. He'll disappear for a while, but he'll get you a few.
He'll get 5.
Yeah.
5 and 3, I hope, maybe.
I'll take 5 and 3. In a 16-man league, you got to take that 5 and 3 guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
You need some support from your lower.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and then on the other hand, Spurs, you get Matty Doherty, who was a huge signing for them. He'll get forward and score goals for you.
Big time.
And Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Yeah.
From Southampton is a nice little pickup.
Yeah, definitely. They need somebody like that in their midfield to kind of take that Eriksen role. So, yeah, obviously with Mourinho, you're always going to get a team that's going to compete.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be the prettiest at times. You might see a lot of temper tantrums on the sidelines. And
sometimes.
Yeah.
He's already complaining.
I know he is.
Guy never shuts up.
Yeah, but...
depends on what Mourinho will see. It might be a love fest early, and then we're starting to see a little slide. Delhi had a nice resurgence under him early, and then he kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Sonny's going to be Sonny doing his thing.
HK
will do his thing.
Oh, yeah.
The Steve Bergwijn seemed like he's going to be a nice signing for them. So,
dude, he's looking real good. I mean, he's performing for the Dutch team too, and Nations League scoring for them. So
I think
he's one of those guys I
nice.
hated seeing going to Spurs. Speaking of,
yes,
I can no longer support the woman that is Alex Morgan.
Oh, she's going to be a Spur, a lady Spur.
She fucking double-crossed me. I was literally just talking about it at work with a girl who plays in college. And we were talking about all the women going to the Prem. There's all these top U.S. women now are going to the Women's Prem League.
Yep.
With the issues with the NWSL. And, I was like, hopefully maybe Arsenal will take a shot on one of them. Literally, 2 hours after I said that, it comes across my phone and she goes into Tottenham. I was like, she's dead to me now, man. I can't.
Oh, come on.
I can't do it. Sorry.
Be nice to Alex.
I'm gonna go become a Rose Lavelle fan. And
yeah, I saw Kristen Press and somebody else went to the Lady Man United team.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the other one was.
Tobin Heath.
Tobin Heath, yes.
Tobin Heath.
So
yeah, and Rose had gone to Leicester, I think it was, right? Or Chelsea. She went to the Chelsea women, Rose Lavelle.
I love the Chelsea ladies.
Yeah, so
my girl Millie Bright.
We got our women's soccer talk in. For all
you have to.
All those critics who say we don't. Adam always usually finds a way to get it in, so I went for it this time.
We always have to.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is big news though.
Yeah. Big time news.
Squeeze it in there.
I guess we'll give a shout out A2D wise too to Victoria for
how about
on the women real quick. First woman on air personality with A2D. She's doing a great job. So killing it.
And I know I saw her before. She doesn't know much about soccer, but
yeah, it's all right.
That's fine.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we're here to educate.
Yes.
Quickly, Lord Walker said, "Who's your top 5?" Quick.
I'm not going to put this in any particular order because right now, I had Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, United. That was my order. 1, Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2, City 3, Arsenal 4, United 5.
I would probably say Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United. I'm not crowning Arsenal 5th quite yet. I think maybe Wolves makes another jump in there.
You weren't gonna throw the Spurs in my face at 5?
No, I think Spurs maybe go 7. I think them and I think the North Londoners will battle it out for 6
for Europa again.
Yep.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm hopeful. Obviously, a little of that's being an Arsenal fan, and like I said just earlier in the show, I'm still not completely sold that Chelsea's going to finish 1. Obviously, Liverpool's proven time and time again that they are still the best club right now in the league. But
I mean,
with 260 million spent and the talent that was added to that Chelsea team, anything less than a top 3 would not be a success.
Yeah, you got to. I would say top 2, but I still don't think that they're going to be better than City.
Yeah, I mean, City only got better. City's added to their defense and still might be before this window's closed.
Yeah, Koulibaly's sitting out there.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem to be going away at this point, like most Koulibaly talks year after year. So,
never does. The past 5 years, it's never going away. It's always lingering around.
I mean, sooner or later, either the trigger's getting pulled or he's going to retire at Napoli, kind of like a Messi situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to really lay out a table. Like my mid-table and my bottom half have already flip-flopped a little because of some of these recent additions. So,
yeah. I mean, again, I guess segueing to Chelsea Brighton tomorrow.
Yeah. It's a big one.
It's big. They've struggled against Brighton for some odd reason. I don't know why. And then you start off, I know Ziyech is hurt. He's not playing. It'd be interesting to see. I doubt Havertz starts. Maybe he gets in as a sub.
Timo's definitely starting.
Timo will start. Pulisic might even. He's recovered a lot sooner than they thought, so he has a good shot to get in there. Chilwell's still hurt. I think he's going to be out for another month with a heel injury.
Is Thiago going to be, or is he?
Thiago's out. He's lack of match fitness, so most of their new signings aren't even going to play.
Yeah,
which is kind of concerning. Apparently, they are about 100% about to sign this French goalkeeper, this Mendy guy.
Okay.
Younger French goalie who's, I guess, decent. So we'll see what happens keep an eye on the Kepa situation still. We'll see what happens there. I'm sure he'll get the start on Monday. I don't really know if there's another option besides Caballero.
Yeah.
So
we've seen the Caballero experiment.
Yeah, the old man's running on fumes, but sometimes he's better than Kepa.
Sometimes he is. Yeah, sometimes he is.
And no Kovacic on Monday. He's still suspended. I think he picked up maybe, I guess it must transfer over. Or no, did he get a red card in the Community Shield? Or no, not the Community Shield. The red card in the last game.
He might have, and it would, yeah. If you
carried over,
it will carry over to another season. They don't play that.
So he's suspended. So yeah, it might be interesting. It probably will be close because there's literally nobody besides Timo, and hopefully Pulisic makes a start. And you're gonna have to replace Willian on that right wing, and if it's Odoi, I guess hopefully, I don't know. Conte healthy. There's a lot of ifs. I don't know. Brighton, Malpai. Maybe he can
handle him now. You should.
I said that a lot last year.
Yeah.
And you lose to Bournemouth. So.
And then what's the other one? Monday is Sheffield and Wolves. That should be
That's actually a good one too.
Yeah.
Same style of play. I feel like 1-1, the draw.
That's what I. Yeah, we gotta get some picks in for the rest of the day here and the rest of the weekend.
I know. We'll
get
have
started this season.
Think about maybe doing the 2 Sunday and the 2 on Monday as the
today is kind of, unless you want to get the late game in and do the West Ham Newcastle possibly, but that would be if not, we could do the Sunday Mondays.
We'll do Sunday Monday to be easy.
Okay.
Easier.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, Wolves didn't really do anything crazy. They pretty much have the same squad. They lost Doherty.
Yeah, they added a backup goalkeeper.
And they got that young Portuguese kid, that Fabio Silva.
The striker.
The 18-year-old who I somehow picked up hoping that he plays.
I think that's probably a move in anticipation of losing Raul Jimenez in the next, 6 months to a year, whatever that's going to be.
Espirito Santo just picks up all the Portuguese players.
I mean, whatever the guy.
I hope Rafael Guerrero leaves Dortmund and goes to Wolves.
The formula works. It's keeping them up there as a solid, competitive top 10 team in the Premier League now. Nobody wants to play that Wolves team. I can tell you that, especially at the Molineux.
Molineux. But yeah, last year they had the opportunity to get Europa League spots, and they just kind of.
Yeah, they had a tough restart.
Yeah, they're another one that momentum from the before COVID, they kind of couldn't pick up that same momentum as before. So it'll be interesting to see. But I mean, with the Espirito Santo coach team, again, they kind of started slow last year too, but then really picked it up. So, with him at the manager, I don't see how they can't finish, fighting for Europa League spot.
Yeah, that's who I picked up, Marcal, the defender, 31-year-old, in place of Joe Bryan. So maybe that'll look like a good move this week.
Sleepers, baby.
Straight sleeper talk. So.
But yeah, we're back. It's going to be another great season. I can't wait.
It's so great. We got a final to 1-0 Palace.
Zaha Palace with a shutout. You don't hear that a lot.
Yeah, so Crystal Palace DC brethren, shout out to you guys. They were back up on Twitter today, retweeting us, and
and that's a shutout for
Milivojevic. Did you started him?
Yeah,
you son of a bitch. Glad I'm not playing you this week. Nice start. Clean sheet.
Hopefully that keeps going and they don't leak in goals like they did last year.
I don't know. They looked decent. I mean, Hampton didn't seem to come out firing, so I don't know.
No.
It's going to be typical. I had him at 18. This could be the year, Adam.
Oh, no.
This could be the year.
Not Ralphie.
Danny Ings replaces Harry Kane at Spurs when Harry goes to United.
Oh, God.
Week 1 transfer rumors. Let's do it.
Or Charlie Austin.
Yeah.
I almost picked him up to be.
Yeah, you weren't the only one.
I'm like, I don't know if West Brom's going to score a lot of goals.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I guess quick yellow card, red card. I guess I'm going to give mine to Peacock.
Yeah.
And NBC. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Make me pay $5 to watch my team.
I know. It's absolute bullshit. We've just become, that's where we're at now. Everything's got to be paid streaming. So,
of course.
Yeah. I guess the only advantage is I can put it on my PlayStation, I think, and kind of watch it anywhere. So, whatever. So, yeah, man, we're back. This is the best time of the year.
And it was a quick turnaround this year, which is even better.
Yeah.
That we can, it feels like it just ended, and now we're just starting right back up, and we'll be having some Prem up until May, hopefully.
And for at least the next hour and a half, Arsenal sits in first place with 3 points and a +3 goal differential. So
until Liverpool plays,
that's why I said at least for the next half hour. So,
but yeah, watch that
yes.
before you guys head out for the to enjoy this beautiful Saturday. Watch the champs versus the champs, Liverpool versus Leeds.
Yeah,
see our new boys, see how they finish. And also, before we leave, I just want to touch on this. The other poll question, I didn't really say anything about it. This kind of ties into stupid news. The YouTube question was, should pro athletes care about their ratings in video games?
Yeah, I wish we could have had more time to get to that.
Because I know maybe we can talk about that a little more next week, but I'll just leave this off. Romelu Lukaku was not very happy about his his rating in FIFA 21.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't happy with some of the ratings in FIFA 21, and I may be boycotting FIFA 21 because my Arsenal season is just going, in 20 anyway. So I might just stick with my 20 and keep building this Arsenal team for the next couple of years and wait for 22 because,
they're pretty terrible.
Yeah, they half-assed it. They half-assed it. And they pushed the release date back to October, which is unheard of. So they can keep. I'm going to keep my $90 and I'm going to stick with FIFA 20. I think for another year.
Keep going, man.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah. Let's talk about more of that next show though, because I like that.
It's a little silly.
Yeah. But awesome.
Yeah. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Again, we're back. We're rolling full speed. There's going to be a shit ton to talk about going forward. So please join us again and watch all the other shows on A2D Radio. We got baseball's coming down to the nitty gritty, and we got football, American football. So kicking off. It did kick off, but we got Birds games tomorrow. So
plus all your specialty shows, MMA, wrestling, everything. We're covering it all, man. We're covering it all. Like Tom says, take over talk.
To the top. All right, everybody.
All right, brother.
See you guys next Saturday, 10:30.
Have a good weekend.
Y'all.
Later.